Let's get to the second illustration. And I'm thinking from an aspect of retirement. One day, God willing, age will catch up with you, and you'll be less productive than you are, and maybe you'll even stop being productive at all. But remember that at retirement, it is your income that will stop because you are no longer engaged in active activities or active economic activities, but your expenses will remain. So the years that you spend working, you should cater for the years that will not be working. So that is why you should start thinking about your retirement as soon as you start earning. It is not funny to think about your retirement at the age of in your 20s, in your 30s. So I want us to see these three different individuals who get to think about their retirement at different ages. And number one, starts to think about their retirement at the age of 30. We are taking the retirement age to be 50 years. So if you get to think about your retirement at the age of 30 and you will retire at 50 years, you'll have 20 years. And I'm taking a very manageable figure of 5,000 per month. So invest 5,000 per month in an investment that gives you a 10% per month. So at the end of the 20 years, because it is 5,000 per month for 20 years, the total contribution should come close to something between to 1,200,000, but the compound interest from that will give you a total figure of your total amount, that is the principal plus the interest, will be 3,796,844. Then there is this guy number two who gets to think about their retirement at the age of 40. And remember that our retirement age is constant. It is 50 years. So this guy does not have 20 years as the other guy, but rather he has 10 years. But now, because he has 10 years, he simply says, what if I just start right now? And if the other guy had started 10 years ago, I have half the time. What I can do is that I can double the amount. And this guy goes ahead and doubles the amount to 10,000. So he contributes 10,000 he contributes 10,000 to a fund that gives him 10% per annum compounded monthly. The total contribution will be the same as the other guy who started 20 years ago. That is 1.2 million. But at the age of 50, this guy will have 2,048,000. That is 1.7 less than what the other guy who started earlier will have. But remember, the total amount of contribution is the same for the two guys. Then there's another guy, still at the age of 40, he was not aware that he will soon retire. So it is at the age of 45 that he comes to his senses and gets to realize that he'll be retiring in 10 years. And after talking to the guy who started thinking about his retirement at 40 and informed him that he contributes 10,000, now this guy realizes that he has less the time because he has 5 years. So what he decides to do is to contribute double the amount the guy that started 10 years ago is contributing. So the other guy is doing 10, so he decides to do 20. But remember, he has only 5 years to do the contribution. So the contribution will still be 1.2 million. But the total amount that will be in the account after the 5 years will be 1,548,741 because his amount will only contribute, will only compound for 5 years. So I think from the three guys, you can see that the actual amount that will leave their pockets is the same, but the time at which they leave the pocket is different. The period of time for which that money will be compounding makes the whole results different. So check between the three guys, and get to choose whom you want to be. But common sense dictates that the earlier you start, the better. So I hope you have been able to get the concept of compound interest. And one of the lessons that you need to learn is that you really need to give your money time to compound. If you know that you don't have much, give that small amount time to compound, and you might be able to even to outshine that person who might come depositing a lump sum near the retirement age. So that is all about compound interest, and realize that time is one of the best things that you have that you can take advantage of if you are still young. Otherwise, see you in the next video as we get to engage more.